haven't been doing arm day or...
We're rolling!
We should hit the road so we make it in time for our on-site, off-beach, on the beach, on the something the beach. What are we doing on the beach side?
I'm the fastest man alive. I'm the fastest man alive. One more time.
It's hot in here.
It's hot in here. I was giving you your moment.
Oh, sorry.
We don't need to drive a truck through it. Eric, how many times do you think I've told a bad guy that it's over? Especially when it's not over, but... It's over, Fiddler. Or maybe it's not, but... Harley's gonna take the engine.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes. Your badge just fell off. Harley?
Camera's not even on.
I know, but he's gonna turn around. We're gonna leave at the end of this. I don't know. Harley's gonna get the engine.
He can't even keep his badge on.
And pays you all $250,000 each in compensation.
What?
You said you told me the money. I'm just like, it's so good, Andy. I'm sorry.
They have the same jitters order.
Officer Chemist is
What's happening?
There's a helicopter.
There's a helicopter.
Barry Allen's the Flash.
Officer Chemist
They have the same jitters order. Are you kidding me?
There's gonna be bloopers from this scene.
Yeah.
So he just be disappearing like that. Like, just, I do it now.
Once in a while.
Right, I get it.
This is all good for the roll at 120 frames.
It's your boys.
So,
It's time we focus on survival.
felt it coming. Okay.
There are hundreds of sentinels.
I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry.
There are hundreds of sentinels out there.
No one else is laughing.
Can we go back a little bit?
Yeah, we know. We do too.
I know.
Trust us.
There are hundreds of sentinels out there.
We got it. We got it.
There are hundreds of sentinels out there.
That's why we need your help more than ever. Wait, you came back too?
It's just temporary. I can only intervene when the multiverse is in danger.
I think you missed me.
Let's go kick some ass.
Did we just become best friends? Yeah.
Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. Let's go rehearsal.
Mosquito, sorry. Like, I don't have to see him bite me on the forehead. I'm like, it's been lingering this whole time.
Sorry, I can't. You got a mosquito. Sorry.
I felt it.
It's my birthday. Out of here.
They're everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
There's
everywhere.
2 on your head.
Wow.
Is this normal for January?
No. What's happening?
I'm like paranoid about it now. I like feel ghost mosquitoes.
Like my shoulder itches. It's like they didn't give me this.
Die on.
There you go. You got it.
I really did get it.
Okay, great.
I'm just keeping them entertained.
This is how you choose scenery. Fire! City's on fire!
Flames? Flames?
Fire flames! Okay.
I hope you choke on that drink. Oops, CW.
Oh my God. Eopard? Eopard's on?
Sorry.
It's not your name, is it? Sorry. When Grammy Cecile's called Cecile's?
Laura?
When Grammy Cecile calls from 25 years. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a thing now.
You know this is your last shot ever. Laura? Oh my God.
I like it. It's really weirdly relaxing. Like a baby in a Bjorn thing.
Thanks, Captain. Gotta run. Mercer's gonna be right on time.
Who's Mercer?
Sorry?
We were just flirting.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah,
How are we
Thank
doing?
you.
How's everybody doing tonight? Let's stop this video. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. We have a few things to discuss tonight. We're having a lot of fun. We have a Wonder Woman 3 trailer we're going to be watching. Paige will be arriving, and we're going to watch it then. So we're going to wait for him to get here, and then we're going to play it. So we're going to watch it together. I'm excited, though, because it looks so bad. So just be prepared. Literally some of the worst stuff I've ever seen. And if this is the state of like AI now, if this is where we are now, we don't really have a lot to worry about. Anybody that watches this trailer and thinks it looks like it's going to be a good movie based on the trailer, yeah, you got problems here. Yeah, we do have a guest. Paigey's coming. We're going to wait and watch the trailer when Paigey arrives. So it'll be just a few minutes. He said he's running a little bit behind. But we're going to chat a little bit before he gets here. We have a few things to talk about. But yeah, so I'm good. How are you? How is everybody? How's everybody doing? Tonight? Hopefully everybody's having a good Monday. So, Canada Graphs, are you doing okay? I don't want to put your business out there, but I saw something posted online and I'm like, are you doing all right? Just checking in on you. What's up, 3Dub? We have some Team Airrick members in the house. South Texas Shark, hello. Thank you for being here. Victor is here. D-Funk is here, hello. Robert Blake is here. Lance was here. I'm not sure where he is now. Thanks everybody else for being here. I do appreciate it. So, hey, what's up? What's up, Daniel? How you doing? Oh, so it looks like Paigey has arrived. Here he is. So, what's up? What are you laughing about already?
Nothing.
What's funny? What's funny? Did you make breakfast? Is that what you did? Wait, no, it's not. It's like middle of the day for you. It's like middle of the day for you, right?
It's 20 to 3.
Yeah.
I've got a snack.
Wait, you've got a snack or you are the snack? Is that which one is it?
Both of the above.
What's up, Cody? How are you doing? Fatman says, been good. Got me a Super Mario RPG remake on Switch. Having fun playing it. Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna watch that trailer in just a second. It will infect your computer. Just kidding. It's bad. By the way, Paige always talks about how edgy things are. I want to thank everybody for all of the super chats and all the support you guys have been giving with memberships and stuff over the last couple weeks, because the last 2 streams that we've done, that includes the after party on Saturday, have been limited and demonetized.
LOL.
Now, it's not a copyright thing, because if it's a copyright thing, you can go in and just remove, like YouTube will let you remove copyrighted music, copyrighted clips. You can take that out of your video and they don't care, right? So if that were the issue, I would just remove those things. But it's not. They're saying that the videos violate community guidelines. They're not suitable for advertisers. Now, on Thursday night, that one was a bit there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't agree with them. I think there's a lot more outrageous videos on YouTube than what we did. However, they have issues with it, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with some of the PRON stuff that we discussed in the stream. So I'm going to leave it at that. However, on Saturday, I don't think we said anything or talked about anything any more like outrageous than what we normally talk about on the after party.
But I'm just wondering if it's a possibility. Do you think it's just your presence and how woke you are? Just they just do it out of just to be safe.
It's the advertisers don't want any woke people. Is that what you're saying? They don't want.
Well, I think it's like, will you be so woke you're anti-woke?
I don't know. I highly doubt that. Hey, Quindlin, how are you doing? Anthony, what's up? What's up? So anyway, thank you guys so much for the super chats and the support, super stickers, all that stuff. Basically, keeping the power on for me to do the stream because otherwise I'm not getting any support from YouTube. The ads aren't great anyway, but seriously, when they remove like your visibility, that hurts your channel a lot. So it really sucks. I honestly don't know what I did. I'm assuming that Thursday was the conversation I'm not going to repeat. But Saturday, I watched it back. I don't know what it could be. We talked about it and we were joking about it. Maybe it was some of the super chats. If you guys know, you know. I'm not going to repeat it here, but there's a couple of edgy super chats that have happened over the last couple streams. I don't know. I have no idea. Defunct swooping in with a $10. Is that a Aussie $10? So what is that for me? What would that be then? Like $12?
$7.
Oh wait, it's devalued compared to the American dollar.
7 American.
Maybe. Thank you, Defunct. I appreciate it for the support. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Their communication is awful with this stuff. Well, that's the issue. Is like if something is a copyright issue, they'll tell you. You know what I mean? Like they'll say, "Hey, this is the problem. You can remove it or whatever. You can dispute it." But when it's a community guideline issue for advertisers, they don't tell you what it is. So, anyway, here's Journey. No. That's why I'm not going to repeat it because then that will cause the problem. No one that's in here right now had anything to do with it. It is a very specific couple of super chats that came up that everyone that was here should know what super chats I'm talking about.
Yeah. Give me that milk.
Right. So it wasn't anybody here. You guys super chatting is not the problem. I shouldn't have brought it up on screen. Actually, if I get a super chat like that in the future, I will just answer it without pulling it up on screen because I actually think that might have been the issue, but we don't know. We'll see. Hopefully this one doesn't get hit because there's nothing really edgy to talk about tonight. We're talking about an AI trailer. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe AI is edgy. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh my God.
Anyway, before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about this Hulu news. Because I've had people say that this has affected them. So apparently Hulu can now just cancel your service if you log in from another place. Have you heard about this? Like, I'm not talking about like they give you a block and you have to like go to a link and unlock your account or whatever. I mean, they delete your account.
Interesting.
Because they're trying to crack down. This started with that Netflix stuff. Remember I said that Netflix, when people were like, oh, we're going to boycott Netflix. If we have to create our own accounts, we're going to boycott it. I knew that was never going to happen. Right? There was no way enough people were going to boycott Netflix that it was going to
No. Everyone's all talk, no action.
Matter of fact, more people signed up for Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix is just too broad in regards to what it offers to be like, but if you're going to subscribe to one thing, if you're going to subscribe to one service, you're going to subscribe to Netflix just because it's got enough broad stuff that it's worth it.
If anything survives the downfall of streaming services, it'll probably be Netflix. That'll be the one.
Oh, by the way, have you seen? I'm saying day by day, not even week by week, not even month by month, not even fortnight by fortnight. # gamer alert. It's more and more people are realizing that streaming killed TV or is killing TV. What I say,
and I believe streaming is affecting movies as well. I think
it was already affecting movies. Now it's affecting TV. So there was already the movie effect where I think most people agree that like, well, I'd rather just stay at home and watch Netflix than go to the movies and spend $20, which is what I pay for a month of Netflix. Or I'll just wait for it until it's on Netflix. That's like a thing. Right. I'll wait till it's on streaming. Now people are realizing because they're going, oh, I have to wait 3 years to get 7 episodes, and the 7 episodes end up being mid.
Yeah.
When I could get 23 episodes of mid every single year, and it would keep me entertained. And I could rewatch it. People are starting to because that's the thing. There's not going to be any more of those shows. The streaming services aren't going to make 20 plus episode shows. They're gone. They're officially dead in regards to, and I'm talking about outside of the procedural shows, which, like, if you watch one, you watch them all.
Yeah.
Like, all the genre 20 pluses are gone. Whether it was on the CW, whether it was on ABC, whether it was on
That's why when we
NBC.
lost, okay, so I know people joked about the CW, right? Oh, it looks like a CW show or whatever. CW was one of the last networks that were actually doing 20 to 23 episode seasons. And like a lot of even the major networks had cut back on episode counts. Like they were one of the last ones. And believe it or not, that employed a lot of people in the industry. Because we're talking about like not just like actors and writers and directors. We're talking like people working on the sets, like people that live in these cities that do light work, that do sound work, that do, you know, they run and get coffees for these people. Like the services there rely on that, sort of like how Hollywood relies on like people waiting tables, but then also doing sound work for movies and things like that. So all sort of a system that works. And this is one of the things, if we look back at the strike, one of the things that they were fighting for is actually having proper writers' rooms and stuff like that, because a lot of these streaming services were not doing that. I don't even know if the Daredevil thing, like where they're making it a proper show with like a showrunner and everything. I don't even know if that was them doing it because they thought it was best for the shows, or if that was part of the agreement.
Well, that's the thing. I saw a lot of people not understand why the writers' room was now an issue, why these things weren't brought up 5 years ago. And it's because when you had the 16 to 20 plus episodes a season, you wouldn't get the same writer writing 2 episodes back to back unless it was maybe the showrunners or showrunner writing the first 2 episodes, maybe, or the last 2 episodes, maybe. But even then, that rarely happened.
Yeah.
And it would be a different set of 1 writer or 2 writers writing each episode. So you'd have these big writers' rooms, they'd take turns. So someone might only write an episode every 5 or 6 episodes.
Yeah.
But that's how the writers' room worked, and there was that rotation. But then when you have these new things come in where there's not really a writers' room, and there's just a head writer, it doesn't work the same.
I got a DM from somebody. I guess they don't want to type it in the chat or whatever, but they were like, "What does it look like when your videos get limited?" So I'm going to quickly show people the difference. I had to double check and make sure there's nothing on the screen. Mess with my account, but anyway, when you get a limited visibility video, it's yellow. Like if you make YouTube content, this is what it looks like. So you know. So right here, you can see on my screen the last 2 streams we did. Right here, which is the Future Flash After Party, that's limited, and the Open Bar are both limited, right? So that means that they screw with your ad revenue. It screws with you, with your visibility for your videos. Anyway, I just wanted to show people that's what I mean when I say limited. It's like super chats are not affected by that. That's why I said the people that had super chatted during those streams or whatever, you guys are awesome. And we got some super chats here as well. But you've seen in videos, like it was a big joke. Remember when, Paigey, do you remember when was it? Years ago, I think it was probably maybe the 2016, 2017 era where it was happening like every week. Do you remember that?
No, it was more recent than that. It was like just before COVID when it was happening to you every single week.
Yeah, like it was happening so much. And I'm like, what am I doing? They hate me. Anyway, here's some super chats. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So it says, Emanuela 999 super chat. Life's too short to play it safe. Take risks, break rules, live on the edge. That's where the real magic happens. I mean, that's why I started the Thursday streams anyway, was I had a feeling, what is it? Black Eyed Peas. I got a feeling. Wait, hold on. Don't want to get,
oh my
no. I had a feeling that Thursday was going to be an edgier stream, and I kind of prepared that might happen, but I definitely didn't think that was going to happen with Saturday. Like, I was like, there's no way. We're talking about Arrowverse stuff. Are you kidding me? Anyway, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. King of Lesbia here with $5 super chat. Hey, Eric, it's been a while since I've caught you live. Would you ever watch Reverse Flash Origins fan films on stream? I've done those before. I can do them again. I mean, because the fan films are not... YouTube doesn't flag you for copyright for watching fan films. But I'll be honest, I watched like 5 different fan films, and I felt so exhausted from... No offense to them. Like, I got a reply from one of the people that made the fan films, who was like thanking me for watching it because I guess it brought views to their fan film or something. Anyway, I think it was the one that was done in Australia, the Impulse one. Did you
I
ever
thought
see
it might
that
have been
one?
that Superman one.
No, it definitely was not that one. But anyway, so they were thanking me for watching them. I had a lot of fun doing them. Reverse Flash Origins. I don't know if that one is like a movie or is it like a series of videos. Let me know in the chat which one it is, and I'll look into it and see about doing it. But you know,
Oh
we'll
my
see.
god.
But yeah, we might have some fun. We'll do some of those. The issue with that is that I'm sitting here eating popcorn on stream with everybody, and I'm like, the microphone's probably picking that up. Anyway. Robert Blake says, do you feel this limit is solely for the video or somewhere in the algorithm it goes channel 2 so you don't feel it's adverse to keep it up? So I don't know what the answer to that is. YouTube is really weird. Like, you go through this period if you're doing like more edgy content where it does hit your channel and you start to feel it, and then you break through that and the edgy content starts getting promoted, so you don't necessarily notice it as much, but there's like a growing period for that or whatever. I figured that Thursday, and somebody mentioned the title of it, maybe the open bar title triggered it, but there are people on YouTube that do alcohol reviews. Like, they do entire channels where they review like different types of alcohol and stuff.
There's people that do sex toy reviews, and I don't think their videos get flagged.
I know. I don't know.
I just got this video flagged. Oops.
I don't know. So probably. So thank you for the super chats in advance, everyone, because Paigey just hit it.
Oh my god.
Okay, should we watch this this Wonder Woman trailer? Should we do this? I think everybody's ready for it. Is everybody ready for this Wonder Woman trailer? This Wonder Woman 3 trailer. We're 20 minutes into the stream. It's an AI trailer for Wonder Woman 3, and I saw it on Twitter. Let me I'll start to share the screen now. I saw it on Twitter, and I was, first of all, shocked at how this thing is structured, because I'm assuming this person that made this, their name is in the bottom of the corner of this video. I forget what it is, Pika Films, I think, or something like that. They probably just put in prompt like concept for Wonder Woman, you know, Justice League, Zack Snyder, blah blah blah, because it looks very Snyder-esque. But then when the characters move, there's a weird, almost two-dimensional visual effect that it does that I think is a little weird. Anyway, if this is what AI is doing right now, we have years before we have to worry about it being a big deal. So did you watch this whole thing, the whole 1 minute and 23 seconds of it?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, so we're going to watch it again. So here we go. Let's watch this together. It's pretty bad. Let's go.
It started with a
So keep in mind, this is called a Wonder Woman 3 trailer, and as you can see, like, the entire Justice League is in it. So do you think that's because the AI just doesn't know how to pull them out of the scenes? Is that what the problem is, or what do you think it is?
I have no idea.
Here we go.
It started with a distress call from a distant, dying planet. A world on the other side of the galaxy that needed our help.
A random Henry Cavill, which I do want to point out, though, and I'm not going to give them a ton of credit because, again, this is awful. This looks better than what they did with the mustache thing in the movie when they had to remove the mustache, and this was just pulling AI specifically from, like, you know, Henry Cavill being in previous films. I'm still shocked that movie, that the mustache looked the way it did in the additional scenes. I'm still baffled by that.
So we did what heroes do for duty, for honor.
It's a wet Batman. You see this? Look at the water, just the random water on his face.
Oh my goodness, man.
Is that water? Oop, is this too edgy?
It could be wee.
Which, by the way, I also want to point out, like, you hear the AI trying to do Gal's voice. It keeps cutting off in weird spots. Like, you could tell that it just
because it's like sampling from like all these different other interviews and stuff like that, or clips for like audio bits from other movies to construct it.
I'll be honest though, the individual scenes, like when you pause this, it's an interesting picture, but when you realize it's supposed to be like him moving in a scene. It's a little weird. Anyway.
For purpose. For love.
Can you go back? Can you go back to the last shot?
Yeah, this one?
No, the one before that.
Right here.
I love how there's another Wonder Woman behind.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's funny. There's a second Wonder Woman. So I guess it's Wonder Woman and Wonder Girl, and they just happen to look exactly
we're in the
same.
multiverse.
So,
it hasn't been referenced, but we're in the multiverse.
Also, do you notice how every scene is like lit up like a hipster bar in the background? It's like we're going out for drinks and we're gonna play darts and all this other shit. It's so funny. But also in some scenes it doesn't even look like Gal Gadot. Like it looks completely different. I also want to point out the next scene where Batman and her are like about to kiss. Watch his mouth. Watch his mouth in this right here.
For love.
Did you see that? For love.
Wait, hold
Watch
on.
it.
No. Go, just skip this. Okay, it's fucking creepy. And also, he's changed cows.
For love.
Yeah, he's lip reading. He's like, I think he might be singing. Okay, we got 2 flashes, another Wonder Woman behind her. I think that might be Zack Snyder next to the other flash at the end
there. I also love that Jason Momoa is wearing like the suit that he never wore again. And also the Batman suit. Look at it. It's like got this weird texture to it. So funny. All right, here we go. Look at this shot. Oh my god.
Even in complicated times, we stand together.
Hold on, I'm gonna go back to that shot. Let's look at this one. I love that like none of them really look like the actors here. It's just it's
like
so it's so weird. Look at the Flash suit in the background. The lightning bolt is just like it's just a straight line with like 2 corners on it or whatever.
It looks like a tenting peg or something.
Everybody's just standing. You know what I mean? They're just standing around.
Together. For justice.
Who are they fighting? Random space people.
What were you saying?
I just like, oh, this is so.
What are you gonna say? Say it. Just say it. Like
No, it's just so stupid.
Yeah.
But none of us would have ever thought that this stand.
Wait, hold on. Rebel Moon reference right here. Look, Rebel Moon. Are we doing? Is this an advertisement for Rebel Moon Part 2, the Wonder Woman story? Is this hashtag Rebel Moon Zack Snyder's Justice League?
Yeah.
Maybe it's cross advertising. Look, the funny thing about it is I'm trying to figure out what the fuck the story is. Like, what is this? What is this trailer advertising?
Haven't you been listening?
It just doesn't make any sense, though.
It's for justice.
And for love.
No, it's just for justice. That's the.
Let's see here.
Stand. Would be our last.
Oh, there, Paigey. Twilight of Justice.
Like
Twilight.
I said, it's for justice, and we are in the twilight of said justice. They have to fight for it.
So, what would you give this trailer out of 10?
On a scale of what? Like 10 out of what?
Like 1 out of 10. One.
No, but like what? Like a 10 out of 10 for what? Goodness or?
Yeah. Like,
well, it's a 1 out of 10 because it's fucking ass, but 10 out of 10 for like lack of creativity. 10 out of 10 for brain rot. 10 out of 10 for Apple Vision Pro. 10 out of 10 for
Paigey.
whatever.
They have a Harry Potter trailer.
There's heaps. I saw heaps. I saw another one for
Oh my gosh.
that account. I think it's that account. You got the video. There's heaps. There's a bunch of them. There was another one for oh, what was it? Oh, it was something. They have a bunch of them. They just have to upload all this crap.
G.I. Joe AI trailer.
Do you mean G.I. Jane too? I'd
Okay,
watch
so
that.
I have a question, and the chat could probably answer this because I don't spend a lot of time searching for this on YouTube. How many YouTube accounts out there are just making fake trailers and just uploading the trailers? I'm not talking about like what we're doing when we're talking about it. I mean, make the AI trailer and then upload it as a trailer for a movie and get tons of clicks.
Think about there was all those accounts previously over the past handful of years that have made the fake trailers, whether it's using other footage from other movies or they do like some sort of After Effects and Photoshop combination. Now people are just going to use the AI thing. So people are going to upload that as Wonder Woman 3 trailer. Oh, you'd hope for the love of what is good in or what is left in some sort of decent amount of of humanity that people would go, oh yeah, that looks fucking fake.
I don't think so though. I don't think so because I can tell you right now the amount of people that I see on social media that think those trailers are real. I bet you, I can guarantee it when I'm working at the club this weekend. Yeah,
Please. Are you telling me that someone watches that thing we just watched then and thinks it's got any slice or a hint of
hold on.
legitimateness?
Do you think that is that trailer on YouTube? Is that trailer on YouTube? I wonder if it's.
I have no idea.
Let me
type in Wonder Woman Twilight of Justice.
Okay, let me do that now because I want to see if there's a comment section. Yes. Okay. There is one. But the only good thing about it is they titled it AI. So
okay.
So that's not a good judge of whether or not people are going to fall for it. Let me see. I don't see anybody uploading it like as a non-AI trailer yet. But it's a relatively new trailer. I think it just came out like a couple days ago. So I don't know, but I would love to find out. Like, I can guarantee you that at work this weekend, if someone saw that, they would come up to me and be like, hey, did you see the new Wonder Woman trailer? Because whenever something new comes out, people like to come up and talk to me about it. And so if I'm at the club working and somebody comes up to me and they're like, did you see that new Wonder Woman 3 trailer? I'm going to be so fucking, I'm going to laugh so hard. I'm going to clown them so hard that they see that and don't know that it's AI. Give me a break. Anyway, Serenity says, coincidence that came out after the comic book Avengers Twilight? Me thinks not. I actually think the title was probably AI generated too. I think that they probably just look, the reality is the people that are doing this, the reason why they can make them at such a high rate is because they're just
I just realized it's a play on Dawn of Justice by Batman v Superman.
Twilight of Justice, yeah. That's true. That's true. Canograph says, I think there's some guidelines were put in about posting AI content without stating it's AI on YouTube. Like just posting trailers and making them seem like they're real. You might be right. It's possible. All right, so let's talk a little bit about moving on from that. Let's see here. We're going to talk a little bit about the movies that are coming out, or the trailers that are coming out during Super Bowl on Sunday.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
So you know who's performing at halftime?
No.
Okay, it's Usher. That's what I was saying. Oh my God.
He put a thirst trap up today. Did you see it? It was like a thirst trap picture of Usher.
I don't follow Usher on Instagram or any social media.
I don't follow him either. I just saw it. Like, I didn't know he was in the Super Bowl, but somebody posted it.
Okay, what song do you think he might play first?
What do you mean? Like, because he's probably going to do a medley of his hits.
It's a medley. That's usually what they do. Like, and I think it's. I don't know if he's having any guests like they sometimes do.
He's probably going to want to come out with something really hype.
I'm thinking it's yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Probably that, or he could go with something like "You Got It Bad" or DJ Got Us Falling in Love. I mean, there's a couple of other songs that get hype, but yeah, it seems like the most hype one because it's got Lil Jon in it. So, you know, that's always a good one. I love Usher. Matter of fact, I still get requests for Usher in the club, but I don't keep up with Super Bowl. So I know you mentioned who's playing in it. I know that much because I hear it all the time. But yeah, You Don't Have to Call is literally my favorite Usher song. My favorite one.
What's the song where he goes, "Watch me"?
It's a lot of them where he says that. A lot of them. Justin is just naming off Taylor Swift songs, "Shake It Off," "Blank Space." Anyway, so let's talk about some of the trailers we might see. So they posted up what trailers might be coming out. Twisters, Paigey, the sequel to Twisters.
Mate.
See that?
I was just watching that. I was watching that this morning. I just chucked it on in the background. I forgot who's in that. Like Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it. Heaps of people in that. I forgot how many. I just thought it was Bill Paxton. That was it. But there's heaps of people in that.
I just don't know what a sequel for that is going to be like. I don't understand.
I think it's
like
going
the
to be
first
lame,
movie, but
if it's got too much technology, because I think that's the thing with the first one. They're using like 90s tech, and I'm sure maybe in the 90s it seemed somewhat. But you look back at it now, just like, it's like just little fucking like things you get in like an arcade machine. Like it's and like these like. I think it's going to be shit, and it's not good because it's got David Corenswet in it, so it's not a very good lead off into Superman Legacy if it's bad.
Quinlan says it's a disgrace to the original Twister, a classic film. I agree. I think the original is a classic. I don't
Wasn't
know how
that
you're
like
going to do a
Twister
sequel
movie?
of
Wasn't that? I think it was like wasn't it like the biggest movie of that year or something?
It was
like
pretty
one of the biggest-
massive. So there was a period in time where like environmental disaster movies were pretty big, and I think that was around that era.
96 it came out. It made 500 million off an $88 million budget thing.
I would say that's a massive success for them.
If you adjust that for inflation, that'd have to be close to $1 billion.
Yeah. So we might be getting that trailer. The other one that we might be getting, we got more than that actually. There was supposedly we were going to see a Wicked trailer, but now that's been basically shot down. That we're not going to see that. So no Wicked trailer.
Here we go. $1 in 1996 is worth $2 today.
Okay.
So it's pretty much $1 billion movie from back in 96.
1996. Yep. We might get a Knuckles trailer. Paige, are you ready for the Knuckles trailer?
Isn't it Sonic 3?
I think it's Knuckles, right? Isn't it
Wait,
Knuckles
they would
movie?
waste their money on a show? A Paramount Plus show? Surely they would.
Is it a show or a movie on Paramount Plus? I can't remember.
Knuckles is a show, but then there's Sonic 3, which is coming out.
Okay. So yes, the Knuckles is the series. But yeah, they're putting that up, the trailer for that in the Super Bowl. You think that's
So
a
which
waste of
one's
money?
coming out? Which one's coming out in the Super Bowl? The show or the movie?
The show.
I think that's risky to do because it's like what 10 million pretty much for a Super Bowl spot.
Yeah. See you later, Canada Graphs. Get better. Hey, what's up,
I think that's a bit too much.
How you doing? Haven't seen you in ages. Knuckles is a spinoff show. Yeah. So yeah, I know Idris Elba is voicing it, but still, that's a lot for a TV show. That's a lot for a show. Now, the one that I think everybody's waiting for, and I will probably...
Madam Web, yeah.
We've had enough trailers from Madam Web. What time is the Super Bowl air on Sunday?
It'd be at about 11 or 11 for me. So that's like what? It'd be prime time over where you are.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see how late it's going to go. How many people here are Super Bowl fans? How long does it normally last? So it starts at 6:30 my time, which is 3:30 West Coast. What is it, like at least 2 or 3 hours? Maybe more?
Like 4 hours?
Is it like 4 hours?
Game of Gridiron goes for like 3 hours.
Maybe.
So if you include, and they'll probably start ads. Well, the biggest ads are, I think the most expensive. Wait, someone in the chat might tell me. I think the most expensive time is either. It fucking depends. It depends on the game.
Mhm.
I can't remember if it's in the first or second quarter or if it's in the
So-
third and fourth. Like you're betting, you're taking a risk because you're hoping that
I
the game
just
stays close.
thought about this. So on Sunday, I'm supposed to be working an event that is starting out. It's its first week, and it's starting out the event during the Super Bowl. So I need to talk to them and be like, you probably want to like postpone that a week because nothing in any bar or club capacity is going to make any money if they're not playing the Super Bowl on screens.
No.
So yeah, that's mental note. Matter of fact, let me put it in my phone because yeah, that's it's not gonna be good. Anyway, so if they drop the Deadpool, the next trailer I want to talk about is the Deadpool 3 trailer. We will probably talk about it on Monday of next week because I will be working Sunday night. But I will probably watch it on Sunday and maybe tweet out a couple things, but then we'll watch it all together on Monday and talk about it a little bit if they drop it. I mean, the chances are they are. I don't know if it's been confirmed or not. I've seen so many conflicting stories about that. What do you think we're going to see in the Deadpool 3 trailer? Like, do you think they're going to give away a lot of stuff? Or are they going to, like, are we going to see
I think
actual
they
X-Men
will-
running around or what? What do you think?
They'll probably just show like proper footage of the stuff that probably got leaked. It's like, well, it's already out there, so we'll just sort of show that, and then maybe some other things to excite. But I from everything I've seen online, it seems like it's just more of a teaser rather than a trailer. And then they might release an official trailer in like. Does Disney have another movie coming out in the next month or two?
I'm looking to see what's on the list here
Because then they could release the trailer to be in the theaters when that comes out.
I don't see. Hold on, let me see. Is this one Disney? So yes, the only other thing from Disney that's supposedly going to be on there is Inside Out 2.
Oh, so it might come out with that in theaters, depending on when it comes out.
Yeah. So anyway, so do you think? So when you say teaser, what are we talking? You're talking like a 1 minute thing?
Yeah, like a minute probably.
Okay.
They probably do like a smaller trailer or something on the actual thing.
All right,
'cause
I'm going to do a poll in the chat about this because I want to see how
my God.
long do you think the Deadpool 3 trailer will be?
Baby, let me love you now.
1 minute.
Every
2
twerking.
minutes.
Love me now.
More than 2 minutes. I'm curious. You guys go ahead and vote in the poll. Let us know what you think. Well, Madam Web isn't Disney. Madam Web is Sony. So I don't think they have to. The movie comes out like in a week and a half, right? I mean, it's right around the corner. Not even a half, like a week and in a couple days. Inside Out 2 releases in June. Yeah. So Justin, we're gonna watch that video here in a second from Sean Gunn. So the other trailers slated to come out are A Quiet Place Day 1. Are you a fan of A Quiet Place, or did you ever see?
I saw the first one. I never saw the second one because I watched the trailer and I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't think that it needed a sequel, and now it's getting a prequel. But I guess if it makes money, you keep
I would be
making
dead
them.
in that world. I would be dead. 100%.
Yeah, because you can't shut your fucking mouth. You keep farting as well.
Can you imagine if you have like sleep apnea? Dead. Absolutely dead.
No, you know what my thing would be? I just start like beatboxing. Something like
What was that rip-off thing on Netflix? It was like A Quiet Place, but it was literally like you couldn't look at stuff or something. Do you remember what that
Bird
was?
Box.
Yeah, but it was basically like I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's like
it was like if you saw like the was it like if you no, it wasn't like
it was like an
a
alien.
monster.
It was like an alien creature.
Yeah,
or
but like
something,
was
right?
it? Wasn't it like if you saw the monster you got transformed, or was it if you saw the sun?
Night, Justin. No, it was the
Or something
creature.
like
You
that.
you couldn't see them. That's the thing is
Yeah, 'cause you could
you'd be
have
looking at
everything-
them, but you wouldn't actually see them.
You could have everything boarded up and you could take your blindfold off, but as soon as like you went outside, you had to, or you had a window open, you had to have the blindfold on. I remember it was fucking ass.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is you have one world where you can't make any noise, and another world where you can't look at anything. Like these are two, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about Quiet Place 2. I have no idea. And another one that a lot of people are looking forward to is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Right? Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I think that's the name of it. Are you look, I'm gonna be completely honest. That movie franchise does nothing for me. I don't really
I can see why people like it a lot, but for me, I'm just like, yeah, it's good movies. Like I think they're solid.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I think they're well made, but like I don't know, like once again, because it's just a lot of like CGI going on. So
I just feel like
I like it though. Like I think it's like I don't like it as much as other people. I think people think it's like a goated like top 3 trilogy or something like that. For me, it's like I like it. I wouldn't go and rewatch them.
I don't.
Like,
I feel like you get exactly what you're paying for when you go to see them, and they're good movies. But I don't understand this. Like, I want to see the evolution of these characters and going from like being, apes, that can't talk and act like apes that we have here now, to being basically human apes. And then it's like that's the end of the evolution. Like I want to see a jump in like I want to see them like actually engaging in science and building technology.
You know what I want? I want the Planet of the Apes musical from The Simpsons. That's what I want. Like Dr. Sayers, Dr. Sayers, Dr. Sayers, Dr. Sayers.
I don't know if I
Dr.
want
Sayers,
that.
Dr.
I don't know if
Sayers.
that's what I want.
Oh, Dr. Sayers. As if you wouldn't want that. What's wrong with me?
So there's a lot of controversy about the director for the new Jurassic World movie. I haven't looked him up now. His name is David Leitch, I think.
Yeah, he did the first Deadpool.
Yeah. But I see people upset about it. Is there a reason why?
I think they're upset about that its release date is the same date as like same week. It's like a week after Superman Legacy or the week before. So it's
right.
Like,
okay. Well, let's get into that then. So
it only came out like last week that the script was being written or something, and now they're saying a director's attached now, and that it's going to be coming out in like 17 months or something.
Yeah. So, which means that the CGI is going to have to work overtime to get it done, basically, at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's part of the controversy is that Superman Legacy, they were and Jurassic World will release within 1 week of each other. Now, my thing is that's dumb for both studios. That's a gamble that they don't have to take.
Yeah,
like,
I
why
mean,
are you
the thing
putting
is,
it so close together. I'm gonna say this. I think there's an audience overlap on those two movies. I think there's a 100% audience overlap.
Look, let's be honest. Most likely, Jurassic World is going to move either a week earlier or it gets delayed a few more weeks, so it's after. If anything, it maybe comes out earlier, like 2 or 3 weeks earlier than Superman Legacy. But it's also that's the summer period, so there's going to be a big movie coming out pretty much every week around that period.
Defunct wants the musical.
As if you wouldn't, Dr. Sayers, Dr. Sayers.
Yeah. Gwendolyn says the last Jurassic World was trash, and this one probably won't do that great. Did you see the last one? Did you watch it?
Yeah, you liked it, you fucking idiot.
I felt like it did everything that I expected it to do. That doesn't mean it was a good movie. I'm not disagreeing.
Don't walk this. Do not walk this back.
I'm not
you said it
back.
was good.
I enjoyed it. I did. That doesn't mean it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I don't defend bad movies against people that don't like them. If you think the movie is trash or somebody else thinks the movie is trash, that's their opinion.
It was ass.
I felt like it was too. So look, and I remember my review of it. I felt like it was 2 movies that came together. And then once they came together, I didn't really like it. Like, I didn't think it was great. But it wasn't a bait and switch situation for me. Like, I felt like I got exactly what I was expected to get.
But I'm just wondering, what are you gonna like? I want like, The only thing you could do is if you make it like
that's exactly it, Quindle. In 45 minutes, it's 2 split movies, and then that's when it comes together, and it's like they try to piece a story together. I get it.
I don't know with this new Jurassic World thing, like I don't know how because like you can't do more of what the second and third one want. Like the Jurassic World, the first movie in the new trilogy, I like quite a bit. Like sure, it's very fucking it's very much like the first Jurassic Park, just updated. Like this is if the park actually opened. But then it goes into a lot of different like similar things.
A lot of people started having issues with it when the second movie came out. Because it was like a haunted house movie, if I remember correctly. Like
that was I think no, they're both pretty bad. They're both probably equally shit.
You can't call something Jurassic World and then contain it inside of a house. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. At least the third one branched out where they went to different countries and everything like that.
Well, it was actually Jurassic World. The third one was actually Jurassic World.
But I think like the only thing I can think
to be fair, the first one was still Jurassic Park. It was a weird title for it.
Yeah, but just that it was because the actual park was called Jurassic World.
Yeah.
So that's why it worked. But I think
still, it was like a misleading thing because people thought there were going to be dinosaurs running around on the earth.
Yeah, I think like if you with this one, I think you funnily enough probably do something. We're just talking about it like Planet of the Apes, where it is like, okay, what if we are 100 years from now, or 50 years from now, or even just 20 years from now, and society's sort of fallen, and you still have humans and dinosaurs coexisting, but still trying to like, you know, both survive and everything.
Well, sorry. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying. I didn't mean to start that.
Yeah, well, just something I don't know what you could do because what are you gonna like? You can't just do another. Oh, they opened a park for again. They saw what happened with the first Jurassic World and went, let's try again and hope it doesn't fuck up again.
I don't know.
But also,
did they say what this movie was going to be about, or they just announced that he was going to be?
No, but you know, one rule they need to do, Eric.
What's that?
Stop making up dinosaurs. Stop making up fake dinosaurs to make this like big monster.
What was that one? What was that? Like it was the one that was like a hybrid of a raptor and a Tyrannosaurus Rex? Was it something Indominus Rex
or something?
Indominus Rex, I think.
Indominus Rex.
It was Indominus Rex. Yeah. Yeah, they keep doing that. It reminds me of. Do you remember that movie that came out? I think it was last year. That had what was it called?
The Adam Driver one?
Yeah, what was the name of it? 65?
Oh, 65.
65. Yeah. I thought the movie was okay, but it was a bunch of like made up dinosaurs in it that I'd never seen before. And like, okay, it was really weird.
You know what I'd love if they actually just, even if it's like set it somewhere else. I'm like, even if it's like set in like, I don't know, just like I know what you would. I'm just sick of the made up dinosaurs.
How would you feel if they had it so that dinosaurs evolved to be humans and we have like dinosaur humans walking around? Like,
no, I'm not watching. Like, didn't we already get that show and it's like a rip of The Simpsons? Like, we don't need that. I'm not watching dinosaurs into a movie.
What they could do? What if they did it like they jumped like you know, what is it, 2,000 years in the future or something, and dinosaurs are like influencers and you know, doing all that stuff,
like dinosaur OnlyFans or something. only
demonetized.
Only claws or something.
Pat, that's Planet of the Apes, but dinosaurs, right? Yeah, so like, but not even Planet of the Apes. I'm talking like dinosaurs wearing like Kanye outfits, like the derelict clothes,
like Kanye like, Yeezy, like a Yeezy for a
dinosaur.
Like
dinosaurs and Yeezys. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like a movie like that, I think that's printing money at that point. Don't you? Imagine the branding possibilities.
It depends because the dinosaurs have to pull off the drip.
Imagine the branding. Like, could you imagine like dinosaurs in Yeezys?
Oh, by the way,
and, you know.
I was going to mention, because you might be an expert in this, I'm not too sure, but do you sort of want swag to come back?
What do you mean by that?
Well, swag existed in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, and then it sort of died off by the middle of the 2010s. And Eric dresses like he's from the late 2000s. So I was wondering if like you'd be the master of swag, like because you still do the swag. Do you want swag to come back?
Yes. I want to dress like Sean Gunn in this video here. That's what I want to do. I want to wear that.
Well, he's dressed like Mr. Rogers or something like that. That's what he's...
Is that the vibe he's giving? Is that his outfit of the day for you, Mr.
Well,
Rogers?
yeah, but at like a breast cancer sort of like foundation thing, something
Look,
like that.
we're saying this, and it's probably like some meaning for it behind it. And we're gonna be like, "Fuck, we probably shouldn't have said that."
Or it's for like a marshmallow convention.
I would fucking watch the Vin Diesel shows up and races the. Could you imagine Jurassic World Fast and Furious? That would be fucking crazy. Like, honestly, you know, it's all about family and dinosaurs.
What if it was like I don't know, because they got the original writer from Jurassic Park for this new Jurassic World movie. I don't think they're going to go like bullshit with it. So they're probably going to be somewhat serious with it. But if they had hired like whoever wrote Rebel Moon or something where it was just nonsensical, what would you want? If it's like dinosaur all-stars, so Velociraptor, T-Rex, Spinosaurus, real dinosaurs, by the way, not Indominus Rex shit. Raptors with laser beams. Maybe like we'll go Stegosaurus because that tail
like outfitting the dinosaurs with actual technology to make them.
No. Just the Raptors have laser beams.
Oh, okay.
But there's also normal Velociraptors. There's Velociraptors without laser beams and Velociraptors with the laser beams.
So it's like the evolution of. Are you saying they're like an evolutionary jump or something?
Well, it's like the laser beam slows down the raptor a tiny bit. So if you choose not to have the laser beam, you have a faster raptor. You know what I mean? Actually, you know what? YOLO. We'll go T-Rex with a machine gun, but once again, it slows them down a bit.
Paige, what would you call Eric as a dinosaur? We'll think about that. So.
No, I'll answer that because it's fresh on the mind. Eric is a dinosaur. Like a real dinosaur or just made up?
You said
dinosaur?
swag, so I could be Swagasaurus. Why not?
No, that's too cocky. That's too much.
Swagasaurus. Come on. Drop it. You know you want to
It's easy. It's easy. Chocosaurus. And it works. It flies up the tongue.
That's a good one. Chocosaurus.
They are literally they are literally the bottom of the pyramid, though.
But I want to put Rex on the end of it. So Chocosaurus Rex. I think that.
What about Chocosaurus Sex?
This video is gonna get hit again. I can feel it already.
Oh no, I got it. Chocosaurus Flex. There we go.
Oh,
that is the name.
Dabosaurus. That's a good one.
Nah, you ruined it, Jordan. Sorry, man.
Aerodactyl has a ring to it. I mean, maybe, Pat. All right, so this is an interview with Sean Gunn. He mentioned something about Creature Commandos. We're gonna take a listen for this, and then we'll do a few more closing thoughts, take some questions, and look at the poll.
I mean, I think it's undeniable there's a future for them. I think most people want to see that. Someone's going to have to.
By the way, Paige, you see the microphone he's holding? How does that make you feel?
Why is it like the top thing's not put on properly? It's like on like a diagonal. Like,
I'll be honest, I don't even think the audio is coming through that microphone. It sounds really bad. I think that audio is from like an outside source because it doesn't sound like it's coming from that microphone. Maybe I'm wrong.
Or I think they might have the settings wrong and they had to like pump it up and then it picks up all the background.
Yeah, because it's very tinny, if that makes any sense. So let's just
to be the new keymaster. Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever thought about taking over the reins from your brother, writer director of the Guardians of the Galaxy? I don't really think I'm cut out for that job.
Okay, so it sounds like he's got a mic like on his lapel, and the one he's holding is just for show because there's no cord on it, there's no receiver on it. Like, look at it; it looks just like it doesn't like a real microphone. You notice that?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Anyway, let's go back. Screen rant with the fake microphone. All right.
The Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't really think I'm cut out for that job the way that my brother is. I do a little, I don't think that's quite the right job for me, but you never know. Never say never, right? Okay, yeah. Well, what is the next job for you? What do you got on the burner? I like as much as possible to kind of go up and down the spectrum with movies and do really big projects and really small projects. And I'm doing a couple of little ones and then a couple little indies that I'm going to shoot in the next month or two, and then some bigger stuff with my brother that I can't really quite talk about yet. But we have Creature Commandos coming out in the fall, which is amazing, and I just cannot wait for an audience to see, and just a bunch of cool stuff.
So Creature Commandos coming out in fall. Does that make sense to you? Is that surprising?
That's like what, October, November most likely. So that fits in with what had been said previously. So I mean, I
What are
saw
your
people
thoughts
say.
about Creature Commandos? Like in general, are you?
To be
how are
honest,
you
I think
feeling
it's
about
going to come and go. No one's really going to care about it. If I'm being completely honest, like, and you might be going, "Oh, that's pessimistic," but I'm looking forward to watching it, but also like I know it's probably not going to mean much. I don't know. I just feel like it's not going to mean much. And also, like, and Garner sort of said that as well. He's like, "Yeah, it comes out before Superman Legacy, but Superman Legacy is the proper start of the DCU. So if it really meant anything, that would be the proper start of the DCU, or you'd wait for it after Superman Legacy."
Quinlan doesn't appreciate the drip. That's too funny. I believe that to be completely honest, it's weird to me that Creature Commandos is coming out as sort of a setup for Superman Legacy. That's just weird to me because clearly everyone thinks of Superman Legacy as the beginning of that universe. So they can say Creature Commandos is the beginning all they want, or however they want to frame it. I don't think a lot of people are going to see it that way. I think that this idea that the TV shows and the movies exist in this sort of ecosystem, we found Marvel has realized that's not the key. Like they tried it, they lost money on it. You know what I mean? They weren't able to make it work. Are you still there?
Maybe. Are you?
I know you got quiet there. I thought you cut out.
No, I was waiting for you. I wasn't want to be rude.
No, I'm just saying. Do you see what I'm saying though? I don't think the TV and movie thing is a good.
No, well, look, from the outside looking in at the moment, I don't think the movie TV crossover thing is going to work. At least consistently, like they can release them, but I think in regards to us buying into it and it being this like streamlined thing, I don't think it's going to work. But at the same time, maybe it's not meant to be streamlined. I have a theory that the movies don't necessarily connect.
So you think
overall,
this is going to be?
I think there's going to be some movies which carry on the main storyline, and some are just shows, and some are just movies.
Yeah.
Like, does Swamp Thing connect to anything, or is Swamp Thing just a movie? Does Booster Gold connect to anything, or is Booster Gold just a show? But then we have Superman Legacy, then Supergirl, then Lens, then Batman Brave and the Bold, and then maybe another show like Waller or something. They're the ones that connect the stuff. And the other ones, effectively, you could call them filler projects where they're focusing on the character and building up that character, because you don't need to build up Superman. We know who
I'll be
he is.
honest, I don't know how I feel about that though, because as much as I want those projects to be separate and be successful, I think in this environment, unless they're going to like cut back on how much money they're putting into these, I don't see how that works.
Yeah. Well, there was a reason that like Greg Berlanti, even though I don't think it would have made sense for him to take the job, because he would have been technically taking a demotion, because he would have been from running his own production company with all these different things to being DC Studios. It would have been a demotion for him. There was a reason that he was actually being talked about, because he had done what they're looking to do, which is create these different individual projects and build them into a larger universe, but do it piece by piece. Well, James Gunn is coming in and hasn't done that before, but he is outsourcing and getting people that he believes can help him. Now, he isn't getting people that have done it. That's the only issue. He isn't getting someone that's done it. He's getting people, actually, not really, because they're not connected, I guess. But he's just getting people that, like, especially on the TV side, that can be showrunners and have created TV shows. But it's at the end of the day, you can have these individually great projects, or like 2 out of every 3 is great. But if they don't connect, people are going to go, well, what's, like, I'm watching it to be connected to this intertwined story.
Yeah.
And if I'm not bought into that, why would I watch the next one? And the thing is, James Gunn has also said that it's going to be this massively connected thing where it seems like each project is going to matter. So we can all give our predictions and thoughts now, and whether you're right or wrong now doesn't matter until we actually start to see what it is. Because like, and the thing is, you won't know until, I mean, we know Superman's coming out in the middle of next year. Who knows when Supergirl comes out? Waller's, I guess, probably going to come out at the end of next year. Peacemaker, probably around the same time as Waller, I'd guess. I don't know, something like that. So there is a long time before we even have enough projects to actually decide whether it's working or not. And by that point, they would have been making the next 2 years worth of projects. So it's a big risk for Warner Brothers if it doesn't. I was going to
say, this doesn't sound like David Zaslav's normal like operating method for for making.
It sounds like this is his biggest gamble. Like even with the Harry Potter stuff, he's just doing the one show, and then they're gonna let it play out and then spin off from there. If they
I also
need
want to point out, I don't see any reality where that show's not successful for them, even with all the controversy surrounding it. I don't see.
Well, the Harry Potter one.
Yeah, I don't see.
But I think that's why. I think they know that they can just be successful with that one initial TV show, and then they can spin off from there. But just wait. But with the DC thing, I think they know they can't just bank on Superman. They can't just bank on Batman. They have to try and expand from that. But you also have to, like, a movie just can't be filmed one day and releases the next. Like, it's like all this production time, whether it's during the production, then post-production. So I don't know. Like, I'm holding out hope at work because as a DC fan, I'm sick of not getting good projects, because I think you actually get more mid to good ones than bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a firm believer in that. People go, no, you're wrong. Okay, well, shut the fuck up. But it's the consistency in regards to the future, because I don't know. Like, I don't want to keep stopping and restarting or getting a good movie with whatever character it is, but then it flops at the box office because there was no lead in and people were over DC, and then we don't get a sequel.
And I got big news for everybody. Like, if this new universe doesn't work, it'll be years before we see any other superheroes other than like Batman.
Oh no! Do you want my prediction?
What's that?
This is DC's last chance at a connected universe. If this doesn't work, they will just do individual movies, which will most likely be Batman and Superman, and then low budget or lower. Don't want to say low, like it's like 10 million, but lower budget, like max 70 to 80 million, like standalone movies, like standalone series, like you got with Blade back in the day, or whatever it is, or even like the original Batman and Superman movies.
Sean here says, since when has Superman required a live action movie set up for his story? I'm not sure what you mean by this. It's Superman Legacy to me is the setup for the DCU, like the DC universe. The Creature Commandos is supposed to be the first like show connected to that world. So that's what we were talking about when I said that that's like the setup for everything else. But what Paigey was saying was that maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's a separate sort of standalone story in that world. And then Cameron says, I think Creature Commander is supposed to be connected to Waller. I mean, that makes sense. That makes the most sense, honestly. All right, let's take a look at this poll and see what people think for the Deadpool trailer. So how long do you think the Deadpool 3 trailer will be? 2 minutes is 58%, 1 minute is 34%, more than 2 minutes is 7%. So most people think it's going to be around 2 minutes long. How do you feel about that, Paige? Do you think that's right or wrong?
No, I'd probably be less. I'd be surprised if it's longer than that.
So you think less than 2 minutes?
Well, everyone says all the stuff online saying it's a teaser, not even a proper trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So
what if it's literally just Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman talking, and then you see the symbol for the movie pop up, like no footage from the movie or anything?
Maybe, who knows?
That would be a great troll. I mean, I would definitely approve of that for sure. Gnome Saiyan here says, I'm not sick of Batman. I'm sick of Batman being the only successful thing DC has. Well, it's because up until this point, if I have to be completely honest, Batman is probably the cheapest superhero to like make movies for, make content for, because he's the only real street level Justice League member. And he's already got like years and years and years of marketing behind him. That's pretty much what it is.
To answer your question, Anthony, no, that's why it's animated.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing about it is we don't know when they're going to show up again in live action. Like, I have no clue where they, maybe a Suicide Squad thing or something. I don't know. Quinlan says, I'm sick of the Batman and Superman. Give me some other hero. That's the thing is, that's why I keep telling people, I know people clown the CW for years, but the CW gave us characters we'll probably never see in the movies. Never. They gave us actual stories for characters we'll probably never get in the films. Like, we might see him as like a background character. But I mean, look at a lot of the stuff we got. Like, honestly, I don't even know if we'd be getting a Supergirl movie without the Supergirl TV show. I don't know if that would even be a thing, to be completely honest. I don't know if The Flash would have even been popular enough for them to push out into a movie without the TV show. Just being straight up. I feel like those characters were all hyped up by the CW. I know I said Deathstroke because of Arrow, but a lot of people said, "Oh, well, he's been big in like the animated stuff and the games or whatever." But I also believe that Deathstroke got a boost to like live action with being on the CW. That second season is amazing. So I don't know. So, well, that's the thing, Victor, and I will keep saying that as we get closer to that movie. If Superman Legacy underperforms, I'm going to tell you right now, end of the line. They will finish up whatever it is they're doing. They may write them off or whatever.
We have to get so we need to get Superman Legacy updates. I need you to become Superman Legacy like day-to-day updates.
There's other
after
channels
the
that do
release.
that. We'll talk about it on the live
Well,
stream.
no, because you missed out on the Black Adam updates era.
I did.
Which is the biggest L you've ever taken. I can't believe you missed out on that.
Which, by the way, I think it's confirmed that Aquaman 2 has been the most profitable film for DC since Aquaman 1. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna before we go, because we're gonna go here in a minute. But before we go, I want to look this up. Let me see. I want to see the DC extended universe movies and look at what we had here because I'm very curious how real that is. All right, so here we go. We're looking at the movies. Let's see. Make it a little bit bigger. All right. So we have where's it at? All right. So yeah, let's look at what we have here. What happened? Did it jump away? Where'd the movies go? Oh, here we go. All right. So Man of Steel worldwide did 670 million. Which, by the way, I don't think that's bad. I think it could have done more. I don't think that's awful. Right? What do you think? Awful or
in the context of it, it should have done better because they kept making it seem like it was a part of the Nolan Batman universe. They kept Have you watched the original teasers for that Man of Steel movie? They literally make it seem like not only that it was in Nolan's universe, but they made it seem like Nolan was directing.
Yeah. So BVS Dawn of Justice did 874 million on a 250 million budget. I mean, that's not bad. I still feel like it should have done $1 billion.
Well, based off the first week, it should have, but the negative reviews, and the meme didn't help.
Suicide Squad did 750 basically off of 175 million. That was a financial success for them. Honestly,
and the album was like the soundtrack.
So as much as people clown on this movie, this actually did well for them.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman again, 149 million budget, 823 worldwide, really good. Justice League, 300 million, so the most expensive one they did, only pulled in 661. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Next up is Aquaman, $1.1 billion on a $160 million budget. That's crazy. It's crazy. I still think it's a fun movie. I don't know if it's leaps and bounds better than some of the other ones, but it really, I believe if you look here, like look at what it did in other territories, right? So it did 335 million in US and Canada, but in other territories it did over 800 million. So that movie did 800 million alone internationally without ever touching the US box office.
Yeah.
That's not very common.
I was trying to think of a funny name of Man of Steel, Man of Spiel.
All right, then we have Shazam. Shazam did 367 on $100 million budget, which, that number looks low, but that's almost 400 million.
Well, it made more profit than Man of Steel.
Yeah, I can see that. Birds of Prey, $85 million budget, only did 200 million. So, Wonder Woman 84. This one is weird because it was released on streaming at the same time. So
the COVID thingy.
So that's we'll just kind of skip that one. Suicide Squad's in the same situation, I think. So Black Adam, right here, 195, 390. Then we have these string of financial flops here. But if you look here, 423 is the highest number since the first Aquaman. So we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years later into their universe, they ended up finally making more money than where they had been. Like it wasn't like this. It was like it went and then up to the 423.
I mean, when you look at the total though, like the actual budget there, and then the amount it turned a profit by a decent amount.
I mean, yeah, but look how rough it was. I mean, this is a rough path to get there. Like,
well, it's rough for Zaslav.
I don't know. I don't know. Is it fair to count the COVID era as well? I mean, I feel like there weren't a lot.
I mean, you still got to count it. Like those are the numbers. Like you can't not count it. They still spend.
No. I mean, like as the amount of years with films, because I know a lot of stuff got delayed because of COVID. So, a lot of these movies would have came out like years earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably would have came out like.
Yeah, but not Blue Beetle and probably not the Flash either. They probably still come out. Oh, maybe the Flash still came out earlier, but like a lot of those movies still come out. Like at least Blue Beetle still comes out.
My theory about the Aquaman sequel is that how they fucked up there was they waited too long to release the sequel. They waited too long. Like the first Aquaman came out when 2018.
Yeah, I know, but COVID, like there was what a year and a year, like a year and a bit later.
But
after
this
it came
movie
out,
was
went
ready
YOLO.
to be released last year. They delayed it a whole year.
Yeah, I don't think that would. I think, but I mean, look at the other movies that came out around that period. Maybe it was better waiting.
I don't know because they reshot the third act definitely.
Yeah, but they had to because of the changes and everything like that. So, like, I don't know. Look at the movies that came out earlier. Like, it made more money than all of them.
Can you imagine? Because Blue Beetle, even though it's listed in the DCEU here, it's not necessarily.
Well, no, the
DCEU.
first movie is in the DCEU, but like the actual character is going to move on. Can you scroll down to the Rotten Tomatoes numbers? I'm actually curious to see a comparison between all of them.
Okay. What's making you laugh?
Okay, I think I've told this story before.
Okay.
I'm not anymore because I forgot to renew my membership because I didn't see the email, but I don't really care because I wouldn't do it anyway. But I was a Rotten Tomatoes certified critic. Snyder Cut was sitting at 75%. You have to be a 75% or higher to stay fresh. I know it's at 72% now, but I gave it a negative review because I looked at the stats. Like if I give it a negative review, it'll get knocked down to 74. It'll get knocked out of certified fresh. So I intentionally gave it a negative review. Well, I didn't care for the movie anyway, so I was probably sitting on like a 6 out of 10 anyway. So I went 5 out of 10, whatever, YOLO, and then went rotten, and it dropped to 74% and dropped out of certified fresh.
I also want to point out, look at how many critics stopped giving a shit about these movies. Because like, if you look up at Man of Steel, 344 reviews, right? By time, and watch how it trends down. It jumped up for the Suicide Squad. And then it started trending down again after that. It jumped up for Flash because Flash was a polarized movie. But then it ended at 200 reviews for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
To be honest, though, the actual platform, it wasn't really worth people posting their reviews on there. It actually attracted hate. So a lot of people did. Like, I know during COVID, that was a big thing. People stopped posting their review. Like, because you don't have to. You can just keep your review on Hollywood Reporter.
You can do your review on whatever platform you want, but you don't have to.
For those that don't know, like Rotten Tomatoes don't seek out and aggregate the reviews. You have to put your own review on there. Right. So you publish your review on whatever website, whether it's weeklycheekly.com, and then you link the review. You go in, go post review, blah blah blah, and that's where it shows up.
Oh, thank you, Defunct, with a $20 Aussie super chat. Thanks, I appreciate it so much. And being a Team Airrick member, thank you. It does help. Especially after this is probably gonna get demonetized too. So, you know, it is what it is. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. You guys are amazing. But look at the Metacritic scores as well. Like there's some very different scores. Like if you look at Wonder Woman got 93%.
Go through them. Which one do you think should we if they're fair, whether like, and don't base them off like the specific score.
Wait,
Like,
what do you mean? Like out of all of them, like
so
just
go
like
Rotten
the Metacritic
Tomatoes
Cinema
and
Score,
on the percentages, should they be
Okay.
positive? Like so, but don't go like, oh, they're 65%. I should be think it should be 58. Like just whether you think it should be positive.
I'm not going to
or
look at
negative.
Cinema Score or Post Track because those can be easily
No,
manipulated.
just look at
So
Rotten
there's-
Tomatoes.
Okay.
Just based off Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, so Rotten Tomatoes, 56% on Man of Steel. I get that movie has a lot of people sort of on edge or whatever, but I don't think it's just mid. I think it's a little bit better than mid. I would say it's probably closer to like a 6.
I agree with that. It was fucking ass.
So I don't think 56 reflects that movie. I mean,
I think actually it should be lower. It should be 36.
No, I don't think so.
should be
Batman
lower.
v Superman: Dawn of Justice, 29%. I'm not going to disagree with that. Let me tell you why. I think they rushed into that movie. I think that movie was a mistake. I don't care how much.
I don't think the movie is as bad as people say, but it's also not a good movie at the same time.
I don't think the movie is bad. I think the placement of it in the timeline is wrong. I think that movie should have came out after something else. Like it coming right after Man of Steel and before you even get to a Justice League movie. Batman has no emotional connection to Superman whatsoever other than that one incident, and it seems a little off the rails the way he goes about everything he does, which is the opposite of what I think Batman represents. Batman doesn't just do that. He's a planner. He's a prepper. You see him planning to go after Superman, but then over what? He doesn't even know this character. They're like, it's just a weird thing. Like the way Batman v Superman works in the comics is years and years and years later. He has to make that decision. This one just felt rushed to me. It felt like it was pretty much fast tracked out. Like, honestly, if Wonder Woman wasn't in the movie, I don't think it would be as good. I think she literally makes that movie because that third act with Wonder Woman is great, in my opinion. But so I'm not going to disagree with that score. I wouldn't put it much higher than that. Actually, I think to be fair, it's probably a mid movie. So I think 30% might be low in terms of like the value of the film. Creatively, I think 30% makes sense. But I think as a film, it's probably just mid, in my opinion.
Was there ever a rant and review for Batman v Superman?
I don't remember. Honestly, don't remember. Suicide Squad, the first one at 26% is I hate to say this, I had fun at that movie. I saw it twice. I didn't like it as much the second time, but I don't think it was a shit film. I think the second act was messy, but I enjoyed the first half of that movie. And I liked the very final battle. But I don't know if 26% is a good number for that. What are you laughing about? What? What's funny?
I can just imagine you leaving Suicide Squad smiling and just going, wow, that was really good.
No, I said it was a popcorn flick. I went into it and I think when I reviewed it, I said the same thing. I was like, it's just an action movie. I didn't really expect much from it. I actually really liked Harley Quinn. That was kind of the main character that I really liked coming out of that movie. I thought she was really good in that.
Did you like it more or less after David Ayer said, fuck Marvel?
I didn't really care. I didn't care much about that. I felt like that was just a PR thing.
Yeah, the first half an hour of Suicide Squad is really good. Well, not really good, just pretty entertaining and fun. And then it turns to shit after that. So the first half an hour is worth watching.
Let's go. Wonder Woman, 93%. No complaints there. Justice League theatrical cut being basically at 40%. No complaints there either. That movie does not get good until the last 10 minutes of the film. Actually, no, the beginning part, like the first scene with Batman and Gotham, I think is kind of cool too. But outside,
everyone thought Snyder directed that. Then it wasn't in the Snyder cut, and they got tricked.
Yeah, I know, that was funny. That was a good scene. Aquaman being at 65% is weird. I think it should be higher than that personally. But look, I think it should be higher than that based on the fact it's a really exciting movie. It's kind of like Fast and Furious. But I don't know. Fast and Furious movies, do they get high scores on Rotten Tomatoes? I don't know.
I don't think so. Oh, I think they usually get around like that mid 60 to mid 70 probably.
Shazam being 90% solid. I don't have an issue with that either. I actually think it could be a little bit higher than that, to be completely honest. That first Shazam movie. I know people are going to hate me for saying that, but it is what it is. Birds of Prey being 78% is weird to me. I still don't enjoy that movie. I'd put it low. I don't know how much lower I'd put it, but I definitely wouldn't put it at 78%.
But that's because you hate women. So, I don't know if
is that confirmed? Since I just said the best thing about the Suicide Squad movie was Harley Quinn. It's a real weird way to frame that. Wonder Woman 84 being 58% is so look, I'll be honest. I've got mixed feelings about Wonder Woman 1984. Honestly.
I need to stop because I think you did a stream, and I think it was with someone else. It might have been on your channel, might have been someone. I don't know. I saw it, and you were talking more positive about Wonder Woman 1984 than you talked about it to me. You've previously talked about it to me, but this was following the stream where we ranked the DCEU movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd sort of give my reasoning as to why I think Wonder Woman 1984 is a good movie. And you started talking about it more positively. So did I have a certain effect on you?
I went back and watched it again after you mentioned it. I went back to
and did you enjoy it more than you remembered?
The issues that I have with the movie still exist. I have issues with the ending of the movie, and I have issues with the process of bringing.
Well, I agree that the ending's not great. I think the ending's like very anticlimactic.
And I think the whole thing about consent and stuff, yeah, it's weird, but I can't get it out of my head. So I can't really enjoy that part of the movie because it's just something that's there. It's just in my mind. And I don't think I'll ever be okay with that. I just think it was a weird way to bring his character back. I think honestly, they should have just had him just bring him back. Like what was the point of doing it the way they did it? I don't know. It was dumb. But I do think that there was some stuff in Wonder Woman 84 that I didn't appreciate, which is the fact that I can tell they didn't want the movie to just be set in 1984. They wanted the movie to feel like a movie from 1984. And I didn't totally get that the first time I watched it because I was so annoyed by the film. So going back and watching it, I watched it again and then I watched it the third time recently. After going back and watching it, I was like, it's not awful. By the way, Pedro Pascal is great in that movie. And I know he's over the top, but knowing that his character was supposed to be based in a movie in 1984, and you have other side characters that are obviously playing it up a little bit. I think that they went into this movie just kind of saying, we want to do Wonder Woman as if this movie was made in the 80s. That's what I think they were trying to do. I could be completely wrong.
No, I think
that's the vibe I got from it.
That was the intention, but I think also it would have probably helped if they made it look visually like it as well. Like, I'm not saying like it has to be incredibly grainy.
The special effects were bad though; they were not great. There were some really bad special effects in Wonder Woman 1984. The scene where she's chasing the trucks down and stuff looks really bad.
Yeah, and that wasn't intentional. That was just like
right,
like the opening scene where she's swinging and stuff. That's intentional. It's meant to look like that. Yeah. But the one where she's chasing the trucks, like that's not meant to look intentional. That was just weird.
Yeah. So anyway, moving on from that, I don't know how I feel about that score because I don't totally understand that movie, I guess. So for me, mid is okay, I suppose. Zack Snyder's Justice League being at 72%. Okay. I mean, I don't really have much to say about that. I feel like that movie is not a proper. It's not a movie. It's like a bunch of mini things kind of put together. It's good, but I don't know how you would rank it because I do feel like the Cyborg stuff is really good and it's kind of smushed in with like his condensed version of a 2-part Justice League movie, but it's better than the theatrical cut. The Suicide Squad being 90%, no issues there. I love that movie. I still think it's one of the best comic book movies I've ever seen. What?
Okay, interesting. I was actually going to bring this up. I was actually going to bring it up even before we went over this. It was something I had in my back of my head, and I was going to ask it to you next time I saw you, or next time we're on the stream. And I was like, do you think the Suicide Squad is overrated in regards to how people talk about it and place it specifically in regards to DC movies, but also comic book movies as a whole?
I think it's a great movie. Like just that movie by itself, if you separate it from everything, I think it's still a really strong movie. I think it got completely fucked over by its release method and by COVID, but I actually think it's really good. I would rank it up there with like, I know people are going to say this is crazy, but I would rank it up there with like Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it's a really, really good movie. I mean, they made us give a shit about characters that nobody really cared about, like Ratcatcher. So
okay, no, just because I saw something. I know, fucking idiot alert, but I saw something on Twitter and it wasn't Snyder cultists.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Snyder cultists, and they were saying like the Suicide Squad is the epitome of mid, and I was like, well, it's not mid, but I can understand if someone went, it's not like the best DC movie.
I don't think it's the best. Like I don't think it's the best. Like that's why I said it's like taking it outside of like this franchise of films or whatever. I think it's just a really, really fucking good.
You know what? The way I describe it is, to me, it's nowhere near the best movie. I don't even think it's top 3 DCEU, But I think for a movie on the Suicide Squad, it's pretty much as good as a Suicide Squad movie can be.
Yeah.
And you might be like, well, hold on. Then how can it not be? Well, is the Suicide Squad a top comic book franchise? No.
No.
It's probably in the minor leagues.
I mean,
But
to be fair, that movie got him the job at DC. I'm pretty sure.
Exactly. So like, and that was like saying that you can take these characters or just this franchise and do something interesting with it, but also be respectful of the source material as well. Because the first one is very like by name, and then and then they do something very cliche. While at least with the Suicide Squad film, they tried to do something that would actually probably be in the comics.
Yeah. So Black Adam, 38%. I don't have an issue with that. I think Black Adam is
What's your
slightly
favorite
below
DC movie
mid for me because I honestly think it should have just been a JSA movie. To be completely honest,
You know what I would have preferred if it was a good movie.
Well, good, but look, I think the JSA in terms of like casting the characters we got, the 4 team members we got, I don't have an issue with any of them. I think they were all fine. I think Atom Smasher was a bit iffy, but everybody else was fine to me. Black Adam should not have had a lead in a movie. It didn't make sense in that regard. If he is going to be a lead in a movie, he should have been facing off against Shazam, Black Adam versus Shazam or something like that. I think this was like one of those situations where, the Rock convinced DC that this was a good idea and they ran with it. And I just don't know. I don't have a lot of positive to say about that film. It feels like a generic superhero movie. That's what it feels like to me.
It feels like something from like the mid 2000s.
Yeah, I don't like it. I know some people love it. Look, if you love it, you love it. I'm not trying to.
You know what's
change your
funny?
mind. I didn't enjoy
Black Adam and Madam Web fall in the same sort of category.
I'm actually shocked that Shazam: Fury of the Gods is at 49%. I think it's a pretty good movie. I think the villains were generic, but I think it's above
an
50%.
important context measure here is that this is when like did Shazam come out like just after Ant-Man? So like movies were just getting like piled on.
Yeah.
Like if you weren't good,
True.
you were bad.
It's wild to me that The Flash is at 63% and made so little money. That's absolutely crazy, I think. That's weird. That movie is such a weird situation to me because I really don't have any explanations for why things happen the way they did with that film. Why it underperformed. I mean,
Did you see that? Like, I think Ezra is gone like full trans as well.
I thought Ezra went back to he/him pronouns.
No, I saw Ezra wearing like, I think Ezra's. Yeah, I saw something. Where was it? I think it was posted on Ezra's Instagram, but I saw it elsewhere. So it might be on Ezra's Instagram. I'm not too sure. I don't know if it's because I know that Ezra's been to like either deleting, like posting stuff and then deleting it. I don't know. But like Ezra was wearing like a dress and like out in the like in public and everything like that. I don't know. But then like I don't know. People were saying that like Ezra's gone, like is going by. I don't know if it's. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure about the technical stuff of it. No, but I'm saying like Ezra's like I don't think Ezra's like done the whole like public stuff.
So is this just more like the only reason I'm asking this is I just looked it up. I don't see anything about it or whatever. But is it just like Ezra not?
Well, Ezra's now posting like consistently on social media now. So I think like the whole because I think the private I think the account was private or everything was deleted.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like Ezra, like this was brought up by Serenity. Ezra's kind of been sort of avant-garde about like what he wears in general. So you're saying that what he's wearing is very different from what you've seen him wearing before? Is that what you're saying?
That's what because the thing is that apparently it's stuff is being posted and deleted. So it's like this like tracking sort of thing. So you can't really like go to Ezra's account and see what has been posted because apparently stuff's getting I think there was something where it's getting deleted by Instagram. It gets getting like flagged.
So defunct. That was the issue that I had before was that Ezra originally just seemed to not care about clothing binary, like wearing whatever he wanted to wear, and I'm good with that. Like, if that's your flavor, that's your flavor. And then there was the whole idea of being non-binary, they, them, which I'm also, again, look, I'm not, I don't, if I screw up, and I had to correct myself several times, because Ezra at one point went by he, him, and they, them, and then it was just they, them for like a small period of time. And then I saw an article that posted up here from December of this past year, and it says that Ezra dropped they, them, and this is from World of Real, which is a website that doesn't normally post clickbait stuff, and simply wants to be referred to he, him. And then Paige is saying that now Ezra is wearing things that look more
that's the stuff I
feminine.
And that's why I was confused, because I follow Ezra on Instagram and I've seen some of the stuff, but I was like, I'm missing some of the stuff that people are saying it's been posted. I did see one, and it might still be on Ezra's thing, and he was wearing like a headband. He had long hair with a headband, but I'm like, a headband's a headband.
Well,
like it's
Serenity, I am like fuck clothing binary at all. Like, it doesn't matter. Like
well,
I
Eric
don't
wears
identify
G-strings,
as,
so like
if I did, I would definitely try to monetize it. But no, I feel like clothing doesn't have a gender anyway, but society still assigns gender to clothing. So most clothing that would be identified with like a woman will wear, or a man will wear, whatever. So there is still like this weird thing when it comes to society. So I just want to be respectful. So if Ezra is going from like non-binary to just a trans status or whatever, you know, it's you want to be respectful. And so that's my only thing. I don't agree with like clothing being binary anyway. Like, I have a lot of shirts that I think were designed with women in mind that I just kind of hang out with and wear around the house. So yeah,
I'm looking. The only thing I can see is it's a video of him in the car and he's wearing a headband, but he's got long hair, so he's just keeping the hair out of his face. But fuck, he should clean his car. It's dirty. What's going on? Clean it out.
But speaking of that, remaining here, we have Blue Beetle with 76%. I don't disagree with that. I think Blue Beetle's pretty. Did you like Blue Beetle, by the way? I think you said that it was just okay.
I liked the villain was arse, but I liked like the first bit of the third act. I thought that was really good and fun. I just thought it was like okay for the first two acts. I didn't think it was exhilarating. I didn't think it was bad or anything. I just thought it was mid. But I'm fine with 78% because it's like enjoyable.
Now, what do you think about that last one? 34% for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's better. I'll read out the movies I think it's better than. I think it's better than Suicide Squad.
Not the Suicide Squad. Just
David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Justice League. And that's probably it. So it's third worst DC EU. But that's because it's got it's.
You think it's worse than Black Adam? You'd rather watch Black Adam than Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom?
At least Black Adam's consistent. Like it's the same throughout the entire thing.
Right.
Aquaman has like really good moments and then like what the fuck? Like yikes moments. Like it's just all over the shop. And it feels like 3 different or 4 different movies in one, especially when you get to the third act. It feels like there's 15 million things going on. I believe whatever Dolph Lundgren was saying, where there was the original version was much better, and then they did a reshoot.
Yeah, well, the funny thing was that in the theater we were in, you could barely hear Dolph Lundgren's character. It was like the audio was really bad with him. And I don't know what that was all about, because the people I was there with, we were sitting there, and they're like, "What did he say?" I was like, I don't know. I couldn't hear it either. So anyway, that's pretty much it. So we're going to jump out of here, but I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight and having a good time. And yeah, I'll see everybody on Thursday with the open bar.
Well, hold on.
We'll
we're just talking about how clothes have no gender. If you had to wear a piece of clothing that would, I guess, in societal norms, be considered female clothing. Well, and we had to wear on stream, so nothing naughty. What would you wear?
I mean, I have shirts that that I bought online.
No, we're not touching shirts. We're not touching shirts.
I don't know. Like, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. Like, if I like people like Kurt Cobain wore dresses and stuff like that. So I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I could wear whatever.
Yeah,
like I don't even care.
Look,
I'll put it this way: I don't care. I would wear anything on stream as long as it doesn't get me in trouble.
Okay. So are we saying Eric in a dress next on this after party?
I am not buying something specifically to wear.
Thrift shops are cheap.
The only way I would buy something like that is if I got like some sort of fund to fund me buying it, because otherwise I'm not going to go out and like look for one, and I'm not going to go grab something ugly from thrift shop. If I'm going to wear a dress on stream, it's going to be something fucking amazing. I'm not going to just wear it, to put it on.
Would you do Marge Simpson cosplay?
Marge Simpson? I don't even remember what Marge Simpson wears. I know what the hair looks like, but is it a green? It's a green dress, isn't it?
Dress.
Yeah, we'll see.
What about like a character from Coyote Ugly or something?
I mean, I've already like my Mighty Thor shirt with Jane on it was purchased from a women's section. So I've already worn that on stream many times. So
I can just imagine Eric in the women's section at Target.
No, online. I ordered my shirts online. So talking about who goes to the store anymore? Like, who does that? I don't know who does that anyway. All right, we're out of here, everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.